going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? Happy Thursday. Hope you guys are all having a great week. There's only one day left of the weekend. Hope you guys are, enjoying your week. All right. Who wants to watch some court? I do. I've got a wild collection of court clips for you guys tonight. They're fun. Also, I am working on the video from yesterday, and you guys know how awesome my editing skills are. So it's just taking a little longer than I anticipated, but I want to make it a good video. I don't just want to rush it out. So I am almost finished with it, so it should be out tomorrow. If it's not out tomorrow, you guys can all yell at me. But I did post a bunch of pictures on the community tab for those that aren't in Discord. And yeah, so go check them out. Okay, before I hit that play button, you already know what to do. Do you? Because I don't remember. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
What do you got?
Madam Prosecutor.
Judge, I think we're ready on Dietrich.
Dietrich?
Yep.
With a D?
Yes.
Why don't you two put your appearances on while I find the file?
Good morning, Your Honor. Patricia Mandernack for the people, P84088.
Morning, Your Honor, for the record, Sterling Colin on behalf of Brian and Dietrich. P43321.
Thank you. I've got the file in front of me. What are we doing?
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for a final pretrial. Complaining witnesses present via Zoom with the court's permission. At this time, I spoke with defense counsel, and I am requesting that this matter be set for an adjourned final pretrial with complaining witnesses appearance waived.
The complaining witness is what?
With complaining witnesses appearance at the adjourned final pretrial waived because she's appearing today.
Well,
Why do we have to have another pretrial then?
Judge, the reason that I'm asking for another final pretrial is that upon review of the warrant, I'm not the one who signed it. It appears that the warrant was signed erroneously. In this case, the warrant was signed for misdemeanor domestic violence. Upon review, it appears that it should have been charged as a GDH strangulation and domestic violence. I'm working with Huron Township Police Department to get a felony warrant in front of the court for signature so at the next final pretrial.
I did see that. I saw that after I put out my SobSit video. I knew the one guy was going to be there, the construction worker guy, but I didn't see the first one because it was only about 60 seconds long. Someone actually told me the timestamp, so I went back and saw it. So I grabbed that little clip, but it's not in the video tonight. But yeah, I'll definitely show that tomorrow though. It was good.
I intend to dismiss the misdemeanor case and arraign defendant on the felony warrant.
Judge, I'm a little confused because this is actually a 22 incident. The date of the incident was in November.
Right, I'm looking at that.
The police weren't involved until January. In the meantime, my client filed for divorce, so I understand. This may go to motive. I'm just a little confused why this hadn't been done because he's now on the hook. Because he's charged and now being recommended for a felony. We could have done this. So it's hard for me to figure out at the end of the day how this is being litigated. I certainly, what do we do? Set a trial date and then she dismisses?
Yeah, isn't that special? I did about an hour ago, so you probably just didn't get the notification. So yeah, go check them out. They're good. They're good pictures. I think I put 5 of them up, and yeah, I'll be putting out the video for the trip tomorrow. It's just taking a little longer to edit because my edit skills are amazing. Also, Kayla, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Calling over NFL draft court rules. Yeah, the NFL draft is boring. I just read what happened the next day. I don't need to watch it. I am interested in it, but the draft itself is boring. Okay, let's go.
That's always been my gripe since I got on the bench. is the prosecutor can null cross at any time and start all over.
Yeah.
And I've had them do it 4 or 5 times.
And it looks like that'll be the case in this matter, but I certainly do not want to waive her appearance. That is the complaining witness. We did waive her appearance this time because she does live some distance, so I acquiesce.
Well, here's my thing. I don't know why either your client or the complainant have to be here for the prosecutor's office to figure out what they're going to charge.
Judge, if I may provide some context, and I don't mean this as an excuse to the court, just as some background information. This was, the incident happened in November of 2022. This incident came in front of the police, the Huron Township Police Department, as part of the CPS report in January of 2023. The CPS allegations were investigated. It was determined that there was no child abuse. This warrant was signed by another APA from our office in October of 2023. And it was brought before the court the first time, I believe 2 or 3 weeks ago, for the pre-trial.
Okay, and that's 30 seconds of my life I'll never get back, and it doesn't answer the question. Why do either of these live bodies have to be here on Zoom or in person for your office to decide what you're going to do going forward?
I understand, Judge. And I don't have an answer for that.
Then I guess they're not needed.
Yes, Judge.
So pick a trial date, and they can either do something before the trial date or we'll have the trial.
And Judge will absolutely demand that she be present.
Well, for a trial, absolutely.
What a
Bench trial or jury trial, counsel?
Jury.
Oh, she's just the man. The prosecution is the man in the jury.
She thinks she's gonna punish me.
Judge, I do want to make it clear, the people are not trying to punish the court.
Counsel, it's absolutely ridiculous that you want to put all these people out because your office can't decide how to proceed. But if you want a jury trial, I'll give you a jury trial.
Monday, May 20th.
Monday, May 20th.
That works for the people.
Likewise,
No, I didn't have to bribe the Buffalo to let me out. That was actually Judge Slavin that put me in jail, not Judge Simpson. Judge Slavin was nice enough to allow Sly and I to take a tour of the holding cell before you go to court. Yeah, so nice of him. He closed the door and everything.
works. So a couple things. I do start a homicide Monday, May 13th. That's in Third Circuit before the Honorable Wanda Evans. I don't know if that means anything to the court, but that very well could.
I'm not gonna give you a trial date if you're not sure you're gonna be here.
I
mean, barring, alien abduction, health problems, so on and so forth.
Could we do the following Monday?
Probably not.
27th?
No, because it's Memorial Day.
Oh.
What about Thursday the 30th?
Judge, I am scheduled to be in a bench trial in front of Judge Green at Frank Murphy, but I can find coverage.
Well, I do have a violation here, but I can probably.
June 3rd or June 4th?
June 3rd, I start another homicide on the 4th in Macomb County.
Oh, I hope everyone has their team colors on too. So everyone that comes up, you can see what city they're from. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to watch the DDC tomorrow. That's gonna be funny. You're right.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe the 20th, because I do have Cole County.
So Monday the 20th is it?
Let's do that, Judge, and I'll just stay in touch.
May 20?
Yeah, May the 20th. We'll have everybody here.
And once again, if she's already made her decision, she wants to amend the complaint, then we won't have a jury trial. We'll schedule that for probable cause conference.
Good deal. Thank you, Judge.
But I just don't see, I don't know why we have to have all these people show up at court for the prosecutor's office to decide how to charge.
We'll stay in touch with everybody.
Wonderful. Enjoy your day.
Thank you
Thank you,
again,
Judge.
Judge.
Let me get you notice.
Mr. Muhammad, what do you got?
Gary Taylor.
All right, that was just a little, a palate, no, a starter. That was a little appetizer. Yeah, I like Judge Oakley too. I don't watch him all that much, but when I do, I always try to grab something from him because, yeah, he's entertaining. All right. Yep, no idea what's coming next. There's about 6 or 7 different clips in here, so no idea. I know we end with Judge Simpson, but that's all I can remember. So let's see.
Mr. Conley?
Oh, a whiner. I forgot. This is the compilation of whiners. Yeah. She takes the cake on whining.
I think that's the last sentencing.
Yeah, okay, so we'll call the cases of People versus Rianne Joy G, file 244234 FY, 244236 ST. So Ms. G is here by Zoom from the jail. Mr. Conley's here in person. Ms. Truesdale is here in person for the People. File 4234, the 2024 file, is a conviction for operating while suspended. Second, a 1-year misdemeanor, attempted fleeing, eluding an officer, a 1-year misdemeanor. In exchange, the felony fleeing, eluding was dismissed. The other case, 4236 ST, is driving on a suspended second. So, Ms. G, have you had the chance to review these pre-sentence reports, ma'am? Oops, you're muted. I just sent you a message to unmute. If you can accept that, please.
Yes, I have, Your Honor. I have.
All right. Okay. Are they factually accurate, or are there any changes, corrections, or additions that you'd like to have made?
I do want to I want to say a few things. I want to apologize first and foremost.
Well,
okay.
Okay, hang on.
Okay.
Did she say they're accurate?
She did.
All right.
Yes,
So
yes, they're right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So okay. We'll start with Mr. Conley speaking on your behalf.
Okay.
So, Mr.
All
Conley.
right.
And much like Mr. Harshman, these become expensive cases. Don't have a license, don't have insurance.
Welcome to all the Biggin Raiders. Thank you, Biggin, for the raid. As always, I sure do appreciate it. All right, you guys, this case just started, so you haven't missed much. It's nowhere near as exciting as the last clip he just played, but, you know, this one's a whiner. This one's a whiner.
It adds up, and do the math on how many fines and costs, and I'll add it up in these two cases. It's probably more than it would cost to have an attorney to help you get your license back. So, long story short, you're always best not to drive, to save your money, get your license back. Do it the right way. You don't end up in jail. You don't end up here owing sums of money. I think the flee and elude was a result of having been pulled over 3 times, that being the 3rd time without a license. So she knew what was coming. So again, it all stems from not having the license restored. So that's what she's got to do, Judge.
And I understand all of that. I don't even, my dad didn't even, he's gonna sell my truck. He can't even get tags on it because of my driving convictions, and I was very, I apologize. I know better than this. I have ailments. And they're not excuses by all means. I'm 46 years old. I know better than this. My truck is parked. I'm losing my truck as opposed to all of this. I've learned my lesson. You will never see my face in this courtroom again if you've given me a chance. And I promise you that. This is the first time I've ended up in this courtroom. And if given a chance, Your Honor, you will never ever see me again. And I know that I'm not probationable, but even if you put me on a non-report probation until my fines and costs are paid off, and I don't do these and I get in trouble during this time, then you can throw me in jail and throw the book at me and make me, but you'll never see me again. And I swear. I mean, after going to prison, I reported parole I went through successfully with no violations. And up until just this last year with these driving convictions, I hadn't gotten in any trouble. You know, I'm sick. My mom is sick. You'll never see me again.
All right.
I should never say that, but
this
has been really hard.
Okay, hang on, please. Sorry to cut you off. I'd like to believe that you're this time going to not violate the law anymore. It's a little hard to believe, but
no, I promise you. Just give me a chance, one chance, just a chance to prove to you that I'm being honest. I will. I know that there was some medication and Copaxone injections, and I will rectify that. I will rectify my warrants. Given me till Monday, I will drop all this information off to Miss Sherry Knight myself with proof, of my injections, and that I've taken care of my warrant in
Okay.
Alpena that is for, it's for an innkeeper. I just have to pay for one night's room and tax.
Yes, Sandy. Thank you so much for the timestamp. That was you indeed, and I appreciate it.
Because I ended up in jail there for not paying fines. And I'll get with Calcasket and I will set up a payment plan. I can't continue to keep doing this. I have my disability. I was finally able to get my disability back in line. I have one more step, and that's to see their doctor. And I don't want to lose that again because of my mistakes. I finally have the opportunity to get my disability, to get my life back on track from being in prison. And I don't want to lose that because of this. And
So-
giving me just till Monday, I'll drop all that information off to Sherry.
So by my count, you have 18 prior convictions. So, you know, you were asking for another chance. It almost seems like you've had 18 prior chances. You still keep coming back.
No, I've never been into this courtroom. I've never, just one chance, Your Honor, one chance.
And yes, you have. Yes, you have. You've been in.
I have.
Slow
I'm
down,
sorry.
ma'am. Let me respond.
Sorry.
So you have been here before because I remember you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I couldn't remember if I was here or not. I thought I was in Kalkaska. I'm sorry. My apologies. My apologies.
So you've got at least 4 prior cases that I've dealt with.
Johnny, thank you so much, man, for the sex. I always appreciate 100 sex. Thank you. That's the first time I was able to say that. Thanks, bud. I appreciate that.
With.
Oh, and I didn't read it. Fozzie's cat came all the way from Sweden to make you save money. I mean, Fozzie's cat. The cat's a trooper. Goes everywhere.
I promise you'll never see me.
Well, I don't
Please.
know. I hope.
Give me one chance.
Okay. All right. I've heard that. Thank you. So you do have a Kalkaska conviction. So you've been in Kalkaska before too. You do have a warrant also in Kalkaska.
Yeah. That's for unpaid fines.
Well, it's failure to appear. I don't know what that's all about, but there's a $540 cash bond. You've got a bench warrant in Alpena.
Yeah.
There's a charge of defrauding an innkeeper there.
Yeah. I owe for one night room and tax there. And if you give me till Monday, I'll drop that information off to Sherry, that I'll take care of it.
So hang on. Ms. Truesdell, anything you'd like to add?
Your Honor, in this case alone, there's also 2 failures to appear.
Yeah.
Bond violation.
In reviewing yesterday, right there,
Yeah.
my notes, failure to appear, history.
That's my, if I could say, my mail was all messed up.
Ms. G, stop, please.
I'm so sorry.
It's the prosecutor's turn to talk.
Sorry.
Clear cut plea and elude case. She saw the trooper, she ran from the trooper.
He knew her from prior contacts.
Yes.
He knew she couldn't drive, so he turned around on her and
Correct. To say Ms. Gee struggles with the truth is an understatement. She told this court that she no longer has to pay child support. Ms. Jacobs checked with the child in front of the court. She in fact owes somewhere around $30,000 in back child support, and she is still required to pay that. There was an incident when she was sent to jail indicating that she could give herself the injections. She couldn't give herself the injections. She just tried to tell you she's never been in this court before. I believe that the maximum jail sentence is appropriate in both cases.
All right, thank you. So yeah, that's something too, the medication issue. Was the date of the plea.
Sorry.
Hang on, please. Hang on. It was the date of the plea. There was a remand to jail for bond violations and committing additional driving on suspended cases, I remember, while she's charged with at least 2 at the time. I think she got pulled over 2 more times while on bond for driving on suspended. But anyway, you were remanded and you talked about the medication issue. I was concerned about it, so I asked Corporal Knight, and they said, based on your description of the medications, and I think they were injections that you had to take.
Yeah.
The jail said they could do that, but then come to find out, you wouldn't give them truthful information about maybe even the type of medication and how to get it. So, you know, you kind of created your own issue there, ma'am. And then the other thing is, it's not believable that the Benzie County front of the court, where did this go? I circled this yesterday. Well, you made a statement in here to somebody alleging that the Benzie County front of the court told you to lay low, as I remember, lay low and, you know, dodge the warrant. That never was said, ma'am. So
The warrant is gone, but the warrant is gone now. The warrant for Benzie is gone. I did take care of that. That's gone. That's no longer there.
Well, I don't know, because I really just can't believe anything.
Yeah, the Benzie County warrant.
Unfortunately.
But the Benzie County warrant is gone. I took care of it. I took care of the Benzie County warrant.
Okay.
It was just in
Okay, I'll believe you on that, but you still have Alpena and
Yes,
Kalkaska to
yes,
deal
and
with.
I will take care of them warrants. And I apologize for my medication issues. My methotrexate is the one I get 3 times a day. They're in the middle of changing my Copaxone injections. That's why I
Okay.
said I will bring all that information, that documentation, and give it to Sherry myself
Ma'am,
on Monday. If you could
Well-
give me at least a non-report probation so that I can get my injections, so I can prove to you guys that I'm not just telling you stories, that I do need them for my MS.
All right. She's not just asking to get out of jail. She's asking to go on non-reporting probation. So for those of you that don't know, non-reporting probation is pretty much, you know, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to check in. You don't have to drug test. You don't have to do anything except for not break the law. That's it. And then once the time's up, I mean, you have to pay your fines, and that's it. I should have said that. Yeah. And then there's different levels of reporting, but non-reporting probation is the lowest form of probation you can get. All right, let's go.
But I do need to get chemo medication for my non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. That's all been confirmed by the nurse here. She got my medical records. I'm in the middle of taking care of my medical stuff as we speak. I'm in the middle of changing medications as we speak.
Hang on. So I told you at the time of the plea, I was concerned about your medical
Yes.
issues that you told me
Yes.
about.
Yes.
But apparently you weren't telling me the truth. You weren't
Well,
telling the
no.
jail the
I
truth.
just,
And then, so hang on, I'm talking. So now why should I believe that you're going to bring everything in by Monday?
I swear.
And why should I
on
give you
my
that
kid's
chance?
life, I promise you, I swear, I will bring
Okay.
it to you.
Ma'am,
I will, with all
I'm
my
sorry.
faith.
I'm sorry, I
sorry.
rarely do this, but I'm going to mute you so I can speak. Anything else you'd like to say, Mr. Conley?
Your Honor, I understand all the court's concerns. My only thought was, if she gets out this time, I mean, simply say to her, if you pick up another charge, what's gonna happen, and be the max? I mean, that's the only way I could think of to test whether she's being truthful or not, is to say, if you come back here again, you're gonna get the maximum sentence, and you're gonna agree to it today. That's the only other reason I could think of to motivate her to do what she's supposed to do and be truthful, because there's certainly no arguing with maximum sentence if you've agreed to it when you're let out. That's the only other way I could think of managing her, judge, if you don't wish to remand her today, is to say, prove it.
So I appreciate that suggestion, but to me that, I just don't think that would act as a deterrent for Ms. G. I just don't. And actually, had Ms. G gone to circuit court on the fleeing and eluding, you know, she's been to prison before, you know, maybe the circuits would have, and given the record here, maybe they would have sent her to prison, but I don't know. So she has all these convictions. She was to prison in 2018 for 18 months to 14 years. And that didn't act as a deterrent for her. As a voluminous prior record, done a lot of jail over the years. I think she's a risk to the public. You know, fleeing from the police is dangerous. So you don't leave us with much choice, Ms. G. So, all right. This is the fleeing eluding file, 244234 FY3. There'll be no probation. Waive fines and costs. So $75 crime victims fee, $50 state fee. I'll reduce the attorney fee to $400, and then the jail sentence here will be 120 days jail credit for time served. The other file, driving on a suspended second, file 244236 ST3, no probation. I'll waive fines and costs here. You have $75 crime victims fee, $50 state fee, $275 attorney fee, and this case too, 120 days credit for time served. The sentences will run concurrent. And if you have any medical issues at the jail, Ms. G, make sure you're honest with the jail and they'll help. So, okay, so we're all set, Ms. G.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right.
Yeah, she earned that one. That's all on her. I don't feel sorry for her. I'm sorry. I feel sorry for her kids, but I don't think she cares enough to be there. So you know what? That's gone too. All right, next clip. Let's move on. What do we got? Oh, this one's just weird. Judge Shackelford. Oh, this one's just weird. It is.
Hi. Hi, Judge.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. This is 240-830, 240-831, and 240-832, the people versus Edgardo Rivas Villanueva. Sir, you are charged today with 3 misdemeanors. Can you tell me how old you are, sir?
I'm 62 years old. You know, I'm remorse myself. I'm even gonna move. Once I get out of here, I'm gonna move. Yeah, I can't take this no more because I'm not the type of person they keep calling cops and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
You know,
sir, listen to me though. I want to just tell you this. You have a right to an attorney, and it's my understanding an attorney tried to meet with you and you did not want to meet with him.
Okay,
Is that
okay. Okay, but I can get never mind. Okay, I got you.
All right, Mr. Rivas, no, listen to what my question is, because I need you to answer me, okay?
Yeah, there probably is some MH issues here. He doesn't say anything like terrible, but like I said, it's weird, kind of charming and funny at the same time. But yeah, he doesn't say anything bad. But yeah, he doesn't have a shirt on either. That's kind of weird.
Okay.
Yes, I will.
You have a right to an attorney. If you can't afford an attorney, one would be appointed to represent you. Mr. Gazicki, an attorney that does.
And my editing skills. Remember those editing skills that I was talking about a minute ago? Yep.
There's an attorney that tried to talk to you, and I was told you did not want to talk with him. That you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Stand up.
Oh, sorry, Your Honor. See, sometimes I forget because my anxiety kicks in.
It's okay. Just Mr. Rivas, just take a breath. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's slow down. I'm not in that big of a rush. I want to make sure you understand what's happening.
Okay.
So my understanding is you did not want to meet with that lawyer. Is that correct? Yes or no?
Yeah, not right now. No. Yeah, that's correct.
All right, so Mr. Rivas, you have 3 counts here. I have to advise you of the charges against you. There's an allegation that you were at a property of 7171 Morton View in the city of Taylor. Let me get through it, Mr. Rivas, and we'll be here all day. On 4/16/24, and the allegation is while you were at that location at that time and date, you were charged with 3 misdemeanors. Each of those misdemeanors is punishable by up to 90 days in jail and a fine or a fine of up to $500. There is a charge of indecent exposure, a charge of disturbing the peace, and a charging with interference with the police authority. Do you understand that that is what they're alleging that they're just allegations right now? Do you understand that?
What does allegations mean?
Allegation means you you are innocent until you're proven guilty,
Okay, okay, thank you.
right? So you're not convicted. They're just allegations that you did something wrong. And the
Okay.
people have to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt.
Okay.
Got
thank you.
me?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, sir, I have to tell you some rights you have, okay? You've been brought to court on 3 misdemeanor charges, and you have the following basic rights, sir. You could plead guilty or not guilty, or you could stand mute. And stand mute means you just don't say anything, okay? And if you stand mute, I will enter a not guilty plea for you.
Okay, okay.
You could also plead no contest with permission of the court. You also have a right to trial by a jury, and you have the right to assistance of an attorney. Do you understand all of that?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, if you could not afford a lawyer, the court would give you a free lawyer. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Okay. A few more things. We're almost there, Mr. Rivas.
Okay, okay.
All right. You also have a right to a trial. And at that trial, you would have the following basic rights. You have a right to call witnesses to speak for you at that trial, and I would sign subpoenas to help you get witnesses to court. You also have a right to see, hear, and question all of the witnesses against you.
Okay.
You also have a right to remain silent, and if you chose to be silent and not take the witness stand, the prosecuting official, the prosecutor, could not comment on your silence. Do you understand me?
Not really. Not really.
Okay.
Say it again.
What that means is you have a right to not say anything.
Oh,
have
okay.
no-
Now I
you
understand.
don't- Yeah, sir, you don't have to do anything. The government has to prove that you committed a crime.
Okay.
And the fact that you do not talk can't be used to say, well, why won't he tell us what happened then?
Mhm.
You do not have to say anything. You do not have a burden, the government does. Does that make sense?
I think so. I don't think so.
Okay, and like I said before, sir, you have a right to be presumed innocent. As you stand before me right now, you are innocent of these charges. And
Thank you.
then you must be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Okay? Now, I'm gonna give you a second, sir, just because you don't have counsel and I can tell you're upset. Do you have any questions?
Say that again.
Is there anything, I know you wanted to ask me something. Is there anything
yeah,
you need to ask?
Yeah, I can get a lawyer, like you said. I can just come here and tell them that I need a lawyer.
Absolutely.
Okay. That was my question.
Yes, just because you say you didn't want an attorney
Yeah.
today doesn't mean you can't have one later.
Thank
Okay?
you. Thank you.
All right. So, sir, as to the arraignment on these charges, remember I told you, you have 3 choices. You can plead guilty, you can plead not guilty, or you can say nothing, and I will assume that you're not guilty, okay? So I'm gonna ask you right now, how do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Not guilty pleas will be entered on all 3 files. Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to give you a personal bond. You have no criminal history. I don't see anything. I mean, you're how old again?
I'm 62. I'm gonna be 62 next year. Yeah.
Okay.
Judge, excuse me. This will never happen again. Believe me. Because I'm gonna.
Well,
I'm gonna
Mr.
do the right
Rivas,
thing for a while. Yeah.
Mr. Rivas, just take a breath, okay?
Okay.
We're almost done.
Okay,
I'm gonna
sorry.
give you a $1,000 personal bond on each case. That means you don't have to post $1. You're all set. But you
Oh,
have to
thank
do
you,
these
Judge.
things. Yes, but you have to do these things for me.
Oh, I will do it. I will do it.
Okay, you're to appear in court as directed. You're
Okay.
not to leave this, you cannot leave the state without asking permission by this court.
I will do
You
that.
cannot commit any crimes while you're released, and you must immediately notify this court if you change your address or phone number. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. How about if something happens to me? Like
I
somebody.
don't know what that,
Like if somebody, let's say, right, like, somebody provoked me, I just call the cops, right?
if somebody provokes you, sir, you call the police,
Thank you, thank you,
okay?
thank you,
You stay in your house and you call the police.
thank you.
Got
I will
it?
do that from now on. I will do
All
that from
right.
now on. Thank
Okay, sir.
Bye.
You have $100,000 personal bond on each of these cases. At that, I'm gonna have, the court will mail you a notice of your next court date. Mr.
Okay.
Rivas, Mr. Rivas, if you
Yes.
do not receive that in the mail within the next 10 days, call the 23rd District Court or
Okay.
come up here so that you
I'll come
don't
up
get
here.
a bench warrant, okay?
Yes, yes.
All right,
You
sir.
say- Yeah, you say $3,000, I don't have to pay that, right?
You know, it's
No,
a personal
thank
bond. You don't have to
If I
pay.
if I don't show up, then I have to pay, right?
You don't have to pay anything, sir.
Oh,
You just
thank
need to
you.
show up the court.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, just take a breath. Make sure you show up on your court date or you will get in trouble.
I will.
All right.
I promise.
All right,
you that.
Mr. Rivas,
Thank
you're
you.
all set.
Thank
Take a
you very
breath.
much. You have a.
Yeah, like I said, there might be some underlying MH issues there, but he wasn't a bad guy. He seemed a little charming. Also, yeah, Carrie. Carrie's all right. If you're not subbed to Biggin, why not? Click that link. Go sub to him. He's awesome. I generally hang out there every night before I come over here. And Sparkle Poots, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Just kind of felt the need. You know what? Sometimes you just do. I'm not going to fight you on that. So thank you so much. All right, next clip. Are we going to Simpson now? There might be one more before Simpson. Nope. We're going to Simpson. All right. So I think I have 3 Simpson clips. Oh, and then I'm ending on a really nice treat for you guys. It's about a minute-long clip at the very end, and it's hilarious. Okay, let's go.
Courthouse case, People versus Desir Exton.
And Matthew Mansour, Assistant Public Defender, with and on behalf of Exton. Here's my right. Exton, can you state your name for the record, please?
All right. This one, I think this one made its rounds. It probably did. I don't remember seeing it anywhere else, but I just kind of put it on the back burner because when there's a case that comes up that I think I see everywhere, I wait a few weeks before I put it out. But I did cover her first case or her first hearing where she got arrested. So this is the second case.
I have before me a plea form that indicates that the defendant would be pleading guilty to added counts 3 and 4. 3 being attempted possession of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle, the 1-year offense. And count 4 being use of a controlled substance, also the 1-year offense, also a 1-year offense. Upon her successful plea to those charges, counts 1 and 2 would be dismissed. That's the court's entire understanding of the agreement.
That's correct, Your Honor. That's correct, Your Honor.
May I have her sworn?
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give the truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes,
State your name.
Desir Exton.
Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to 2 misdemeanor charges. Is that correct? First is the charge and added count 3 of attempted possession of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration, a $1,250 fine plus court costs, and mandatory forfeiture of the weapon. You understand that?
Yes,
Count 4 is use of a controlled substance. That is also a misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year incarceration and or $2,000 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
yes,
You also understand, ma'am, while I'm taking your plea, I would not be your sentencing judge. You would be sentenced before Judge Freshour in the 1484 District Court.
yes,
Still wish to plead guilty?
yes.
No, I actually just did the math on that. I think you already know the answer to that. And because it came out as almost exactly 24 hours. So I feel like that should be common knowledge. And unfortunately, I did the math. But yeah, 86,000 seconds is just under. It's actually 23 and 8/9 of an hour.
To the charge of attempted possession of a loaded firearm in a motor vehicle, how do you plead?
Guilty,
To the charge of use of a controlled substance, how do you plead?
guilty,
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
yes,
You signed an advice of rights form today, is that correct?
Yes.
Any questions regarding any of those rights? Please look at paragraph 5 on that form. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You, by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead to this charge?
No.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yeah.
Of your own free will?
Yes.
Because you believe that you are indeed guilty of these offenses?
Yes.
On May 22nd, 2023, at the location of Tower in near Ann Arbor? Yes, okay. In the city of Saline, Washington County, state of Michigan. Were you in a motor vehicle?
Yes.
Did you have a weapon in that vehicle?
Yes.
What was it? Was it a pistol?
Yes.
Where was it located?
Under the seat, in the Kia Seltos,
I'm sorry?
in the car, in the Kia Seltos.
Got it. You don't have authority to carry a weapon in that fashion. It was in the passenger compartment, correct?
Yes.
You don't have permission to carry it in that fashion that you were carrying it, do you?
No.
All right. Did you also have in your possession heroin and or fentanyl?
Yes.
Had you used it?
Have I used it? Yes.
Had you used it? Okay, and you knew what you were using was heroin and or fentanyl?
Yes.
Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
People are satisfied. Defense is satisfied, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty. 2 counts 3 and 4. Counts 1 and 2 are dismissed. Pre-sentence investigation and report is ordered at 14A4 probation. Sentencing in this matter will be
April 23rd at 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour.
April 23rd, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour.
Your Honor, my client would like me to address bond.
Go ahead, briefly.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Exton is Michigan born and raised. She's a Detroit resident. She's a full-time mother with full-time custody of a 3-year-old daughter. She works full-time at Amazon at the Brownstown location. She's not sure if she still has that job, but she's been employed there ever since November. To my knowledge, she has no open criminal cases. She's not on probation. She's not on parole. Her iChat is clean. Her record of appearances in this court, she's never missed a date. She does not own or possess any firearms. She has no plans to leave the state of Michigan anytime soon. We know she has not been perfect while testing on bond. She has spent the entire week in jail. She had a lot of time to think and reflect on her mistakes. All this time away from her child. Her 80-year-old grandmother is struggling right now, trying to help take care of that child. Your Honor, I'm asking for a PR bond on her behalf, allowing her one final chance to show you that she has learned from her mistakes, and she personally would like to apologize to you herself.
I can speak. Oh,
If you'd like.
I apologize for the way my attitude been perceived in this court.
Perceived?
I apologize. That's not who I.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta think about what you're gonna say. And I don't think she meant to say anything bad right there, but maybe write what you're gonna say down. Let your lawyer read it over. You're trying to get out of jail right now. You don't perceive, right? No, we saw what you did. Yeah. There's just no denying it. So it's not perceived. Anyways, I'm stumbling over my words. So let's just watch the clip.
I am. I had a lot of time to reflect on my actions, and I learned my lesson. I don't want to be that person.
Your Honor, can I speak?
I don't know who you are.
Oh my
God.
All right. From just being in this courtroom yesterday, it's big. It was the biggest courtroom I was in yesterday, and so this person yelling from the gallery, they actually have to yell for you to be able to hear it this clearly, because the sound does not travel very well in this courtroom. I had a very difficult time hearing anything that happened. So yeah, mom is yelling. Mom is yelling.
Who is that? Who are you? Go ahead, ma'am. I need your name.
My name is Heather Gregory, Baby Recognition Mother. I'm here because she do have a 3-year-old child that's a special needs child. I work all the time, over 60 hours. I just came back from out of town, and my mother is struggling to take care of her daughter, by herself because we just lost my father. If we gotta have on a tether or whatever, yonder, we definitely need her home. Because my mother cannot take care of the child and I work too much.
She explained to you what she did?
She did.
She did not?
She did not. She did not tell
Okay, let me just put it to you this way, Mom. She's in custody because she worked her way there. I mean, it wasn't just where I just threw her in. She was coming, she had issues over with an attitude problem over at Community Corrections and doing stuff there. I gave her a warning. Didn't lock her up. She was supposed to be testing. She was supposed to be doing everything. Next thing I know, she shows back up here. And she not only has abnormal creatinine levels, which would be positives at any event, I was still giving her the benefit of the doubt, but then shows up with cocaine in her system. That's how she ended up locked up. So the difficulties are not because of anything the court's doing, it's because of what she's not doing and then not telling me the truth.
Like I said, I didn't know the Prosecutor, I've been out of town, I went out of town, you know, so I didn't know what happened, but, she was court, I know you had locked her up. And like I said, she got a special needs kid, a daughter that has cerebral palsy, my mother's trying to take care of. And it's hard, I know she's not perfect, and I know she has an attitude
Oh, yeah, she does.
problem, which, I mean, she might have got it from me, but I definitely need her home because I got this grandchild that needs her. So all that, Your Honor, I'm just asking, can you please give her another chance? And if I gotta watch her, I will, but I definitely need her home for my granddaughter's sake.
Any response from the people?
No.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gunnar. Outside of that, Mr. Why should I even bother letting you out? Because I just have a feeling what's going to end up happening is Judge Freshour is going to have to lock you right back up.
I'm not gonna be the person that I was. I had time to think in jail, trust me. I don't wanna be there.
Their previous mother. Of course, messed everything up.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Did mom help? Mom is still standing. He's looking right now too. Judge Simpson has mastered the art of looking up at the gallery and writing at the same time. That's a skill. It really is. Think about it. And he's writing on, legal documents too. So he has to stay in the lines.
$5,000 personal recognizance bond. I'll reinstate previous conditions.
You need to thank him.
Thank you, Judge Simpson.
Thank you,
See what?
She would get a different date.
Yeah. Difference. But hold on. Reinstate the previous conditions. Also indicate that there's to be no further tests. I will also order a GPS tether. Home confinement, except work.
Your Honor, could I get that date one more time? It changed. For
He
sentencing.
can give it to you, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Sentencing date now will be one. May 14th, 2024, 9 a.m. before Judge Freshour. Be sending a note to Judge Freshour, so young lady, if you mess up one bit, trust me, you'll be right back. Understood?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, yeah. I think the only thing that got to Judge Simpson there is that he was talking about the defendant's kids. I honestly believe that's the only thing that got her out of jail. So he did turn into a softie, but he has a soft thing for the elderly and kids. Anyone in between, you're just another human. But yeah, he is a softie for kids and elderly. So mom did help, even though she didn't say much, but the kid bringing up the kids, it helped. Okay, let's go. Next one. I think the next one is that. Oh, Sly, you ready? You ready? I think this is one that we.
Court calls the case, Other People versus Dale Newman.
Yep, this is one we were there for yesterday, Sly. Sorry, I hit mute instead of pause. And Lone Wolf actually played this earlier. Lone Wolf has a great channel, so go check his take on it. But I wanted to throw this in there because it's a feel good clip, right? And we had some, not so feel good clips so far. So yeah, you're gonna see Sly, Donald, and myself in the court gallery here. We're in the far back left.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Oh, I tried to pause it. Oh, you can see Donald. Donald's in the white shirt in the gallery. You can see my arm. I'm wearing the blue shirt. Also, I want you guys to know this guy had Superman socks on. Superman socks. I saw them and it's like, this guy's my hero. I don't know why he's here, but he was sitting in the gallery with the headphones on, like the hearing aid headphones. It's like, this guy's my hero. He's got Superman socks on. He just looked old school with Superman socks. He was my hero. Enhaxed. Is that how you say that? Enhaxed. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it, and welcome to all the 5 new members. Thank you so much for the gifted subs. That's very generous of you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Good afternoon, Assistant Public Defender Lauren Perny on behalf of Mr. Newman. Mr. Newman, can you state your name for the record, please?
Dale Newman. Okay.
Teresa Claire on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Newman is before the court for a violation of probation. When probation initially filed the violation report, Mr. Newman had failed to provide proof of his driver improvement program and had failed to pay his fines and costs. I do have proof of his driver improvement course that he completed. However, there still is the issue with his outstanding fines and costs. He owes a balance of $1,545. He's made no payments to the court. Mr. Newman did submit an ability to pay form to the court. However, that was sent back and to be addressed at today's hearing. I did advise Mr. Newman that to begin making payments, and he's not done so.
All right. So first pause. You know what? I'm gonna say thank you real quick. Skiz Rock, thank you so much. Better late than never. So sorry. I'm like, no, it's okay, man. It's okay. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay. Let's see what was I gonna say. Okay. First off, the guy behind Miss Polera right now. Oh, Miss Polera is a sweetheart. She really is. She was awesome when we met everybody. She was so nice. The guy behind Miss Polera right now with the white shirt. This dude is a character, man. He was nonstop animated. He made a fan out of his paperwork and started waving it everywhere. And then he decided to, just take a nap in the middle of the church pews. Buffalo had to keep walking up. He walked up to him twice. It was like, come on, man, sit up. Hey, stop that. We can hear you. Like, you just nonstop, just animated. Oh, and yeah, Buffalo was definitely looking at Sly because You can see in the video now that we're looking back, Sly had her phone on her lap trying to sneak pictures of Buffliff, and you can see it clear as day on camera. Sly, you weren't sneaky. You weren't as sneaky as you thought you were.
Mr. Newman is on Social Security. He receives about $600 a month in Social Security, and he receives some additional funds in Bridge Card and EBT.
So his entire income is Social Security?
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, I have the Bridge Card.
Okay.
And I have another card that actually pays for gasoline. Well, I use it for gasoline.
You use it for gasoline?
Yes.
But your total income is 600 and?
Well, it's 600 plus the bridge and the gasoline. So it's probably closer to $1,000
a month.
Rough, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So he's not working. He is 84 years old.
How old?
84. Not the.
No, I would have guessed 17. I didn't know.
Well, I try to keep busy. You know,
Yes, well.
and it's healthy.
I got you.
I mean, this whole thing started
Well,
while
no,
I was
it's
trying
okay.
to clean up my yard.
It's okay.
And I had a flat tire on the trailer and I
All right, I made the comment about Sly. You can see her phone. This must be the one hearing that she had her phone down. But generally, she was keeping it up. A couple clips that I got for the video that I'm making for the whole trip, her phone was sitting there. So yeah, Sly, thank you for making me out to be a fool, because yeah, your phone's not up there in this case.
needed an 11/16 socket
I will
to
say,
change the tire.
Your Honor, we just be
I mean,
asking the
that's-
court to consider reducing his fines and costs.
Pardon?
Reduce your, I'm asking the
He
court,
owes a total of $990. Well,
I think about 1,500.
you got 1,500 on it? Hang on, maybe I'm not. Oh, I see where it is. I got it. But it's all fines and costs, right?
That is correct.
All right.
No, that's actually not why. When we first sat down, I was the first in, so I moved to like the middle of the pew. I'm calling them church pews because let's be fair, that's what they are. So I moved over to the middle. Sly sat next to me, and then Donald, for whatever reason, he wanted to be a weirdo and sat in front. And then Sly realized that she couldn't sneak a picture of the Buffliff sitting next to me, so she slid all the way over. You'll see. I have that clip in the video. You'll see. Skiz Rock, thank you so much. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships, and welcome to the 5 new members. I appreciate it, Skiz Rock. You're awesome, man. Thank you.
Okay. Anything you want to tell me, sir?
Well, it's like I was saying, it all started because I was trying to clean up the yard. And I had a flat tire in the trailer and the 11/16 socket wasn't in the trunk. And I have a garage about 1,000 feet away from there. So I drove over to the garage and I drove through this construction site on my road. And on the way back, I had stopped because it was all blocked off with all these guys. And I waited for the traffic to clear and then I drove through.
Mr. Newman.
I took a video of the whole thing.
4 years old, he can say what the heck he wants.
Okay.
Yeah, and when I drove through, I stopped and talked with the superintendent. I says, I hope this wasn't a problem, but I'm trying to clean up the yard. So then I drive up there and I find out that the original guy that made the complaint, he called the sheriff, said that, this kid, he said I was assaulting them. I was just driving. The whole thing was under 5 miles an hour. I recorded the whole thing on my phone. Guys running out of the bushes, beating on the car. They were assaulting me. I only pled no contest because I wasn't willing to. The ladies in black, they said you can get 20 years for this. Well, that's a life sentence.
What ladies in black?
The prosecuting attorney.
Oh,
He's not talking about me.
oh, okay. Oh, the prosecuting attorney.
The lady,
They're-
yeah.
Yeah, they're now known as.
Yeah, they told me,
Why?
you could
Okay,
get
all right.
20 years for this, you know, geez. You know, so I just said no contest, you know, because it's pretty simple thing that was going on here. I mean, it's something that I drive 2 or 3 times every day anyway, because, you know, between the house and getting tools sometimes, you know, just working on stuff all the time. So, I don't know, it just doesn't seem reasonable. I mean, frankly, I have plans to sue the village for lying. Those guys lied, but I'm not, but you know, this is a democracy, you know,
It
you
is.
got the most votes. Well, there were 3
And-
guys voting
yeah.
against me. You know, I had no defense really, even though I had taken pictures of the whole thing. You know, with my phone, you know.
I know,
kept the
I know.
recorder on.
You told me.
Yeah, and
Well,
you
Your Honor,
know.
in light of all that, we'd again ask for the court's consideration.
How's a youngster just wants to interrupt him? He's just telling me a story.
I did get the yard cleaned up.
You did?
I get to tell you, I
All right. Look, Sly has the front up now. You can see. Told you. Told you. Now, when the people aren't on Zoom and the camera's actually bigger, you can actually see that it's her phone. Right now, it's just kind of small. Well, at least on my screen, it's small. But yeah. Yeah, this Judge Simpson does take care of this guy. I don't think he can actually dismiss it. He's already pled. So this is a sentencing. Or no, is this a probation violation because he hasn't paid his cost? He's already pled to it. So, but he does help him. He helps him. Just watch.
I got the tires fixed on a trailer and everything.
Okay.
Runs fine. I've been, you know, cut the yard now lately. And keeping busy.
Gotcha. All right. We're only extending his probation to pay the fines and costs.
Your Honor, that was it, yes.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do.
You know, I've gotten more comments about my tie than my bright ass shirt that I was wearing. So I wore the brightest shirt I possibly could, thinking that the courts might be busy and I wanted people to be able to, you know, see who I was. And then I just wore the only tie that I had that actually went with that wild ass color shirt I had. Why am I getting so many comments on the tie though?
Because I'm gonna waive all those fines and costs except $250.
I can deal with that.
Okay, well, good. I'm glad I can make you happy. When can you pay the $250?
Probably within 10 days. I'll have to make arrangements to find it, but I can do that.
I'll extend his probation for additional 2 months. Figure out in 2 months how to get that paid, okay?
All right.
And then you'll pay the $250 within that time frame.
Appreciate your help.
And then I'll continue all of the terms as previously ordered for those 2 months.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I was on mute, you know, that mute button. I wish I could. I wish I could have. I thought about it. I was sitting there. I was like, thought about it. Legal Fiction, thank you so much for the aqua tie fund. Wear the aqua shirt with an aqua tie. Then you wouldn't even, yeah, it'd have to be a slightly different shade so you can see that I'm wearing a tie. But that, yeah. All right. But thank you so much for the $10. I appreciate it. Oh, we're already at the end of the video. It's already an hour. Okay. This last clip is only about 1.5 minutes long. This is Judge Washington's court when she's not there. This is just, you know, they left the camera and the mics on for a moment, and we're all gonna laugh our asses off because Rachel McDuffie comes in for the win right at the end. But because this is just a short little clip, I'm gonna let it play out. You guys all have a great night. Thank you all for the super chats, the gifted memberships. You guys are all awesome. Thank you for being here. Let's jump over to Discord after this and hang out. All right. Enjoy this last one. And I'll see you on Discord. Until next time. Bye.
All right. For that type?
Yeah,
It's probably if
Oh, I see, because
McDuffie is on Zoom, the defense is gonna have to be over there so you can see her. Unless you don't want to see her.
I'll leave it to Ms. McDuffie's discretion.
Court is coming through loud and clear, so.
And
I'm waiting on an answer to that.
Good thing we didn't say anything bad, so.
Thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate it. Wait, I clicked the wrong one. Sorry, Kelly, I meant to click Sparkle. But hey, Kelly, yeah, thank you. Sparkle Poots. Thank you. I appreciate it, Sparkle Poots. Yes, thank you for the super chat and your nice words. Thank you. All right, let's go.
What, good thing they didn't hear the talk in the hallway, huh?
Throw me under the bus, huh? I get it, the camera's right this way. We got a lighter docket today, right? Some big dockets here.
Yeah, this isn't, it's unusually light for one day.
Very good. Everybody's doing their jobs. So.